We are back at the Millennium Trail here at the Lakewood Forest Preserve in Wauconda, Illinois. Similar to our last video, another follow-up from a previous video from last fall. We checked out this loop trail here, the red trail. We were unable to check out this yellow trail because it was closed for renovation as part of the big renovation project at Lakewood Forest Preserve, the biggest forest preserve of Lake County. This is how you go to the loop trail, but this trail was closed last fall and it's open. I had a feeling it would be. It seemed like they were just about done with their paving project here. And now I'm kind of curious how close we can get to the main center part of the Lakewood Forest Preserve, which has been closed off for a while now. Like I said, continues to undergo renovation. I did pass by the main entrance on 176. It is definitely still closed. Besides my visit here last fall, we also came here way back in like 2016 or 2017, the very early days of my channel. And one of the first few Lake County forest preserves I documented here. We checked out the Lake County Mastodon, this elephant-looking thing that used to roam Lake County back in the day. The Lake County Museum used to be there, but it closed not too long before I went there. Now they have the big Dunn Center at Libertyville. I'm kind of curious if the Mastodon is still there. If they're renovating that whole entire property. I'll definitely check it out once it's open. But this trail, Millennium Trail here, is going to go under Fairfield Road in just a minute. Is our closest way to get there. That looks like about it for the paving renovation. And there's this random thing. This is also a horse trail. Pretty cool looking tunnel here. There are signs at the main entrance off 176 that says the trails are closed, so I just don't know how much farther you're going to be able to go beyond this tunnel. Kind of cool if they had some murals or something here. At least there's no graffiti, so that's good. A little chilly in this tunnel too. Oof. Yeah, it's a nice day out today. Touch 50 again. Just like yesterday. We went to check out those ancient ruins. Another fallout from last fall. Yeah, this is Fairfield Road. Very nice north-south route through Lake County. Pretty much 45 throughout. Very few stoplights. Utilized this road quite a bit when I lived in Lake Zurich. Not as much today, but definitely have some new pavement here as well. I am kind of curious, again, if the Mastodon is still here. If the old museum building and barns are all still here. There's a sign here for public parking to the left, Millennium Trail to the south. Obviously that is closed off. I am not gonna go around any orange fencing, anything like that. Sticking to the trail and where I can logically walk around and explore. That is cool that the Millennium Trail is open again. Unfortunately, I am not all that certain on how much of the Lakewood Forest Preserve property we are going to be able to see from the Millennium Trail. There is definitely quite a bit of mud and slush involved with our little venture to the ancient ruins of McHenry County. Try to stick to nice pavement today if we can. As you saw in the last video, obviously I'm not against going off the beaten path a little bit if we can, but obviously if there's orange fencing or clear indication that they don't want me in a certain area, not going to go there. Now I think we're getting close now to the area that we checked out in 2016 or 2017. I do see some buildings up ahead. We did kind of walk around this lake over here. Interesting. For as much as the main entrance seems to be shut off, I do see vehicles up ahead, parked at that barn. And this has been a long time since I filmed this area. I just remember the big elephant looking thing and then checking out some of this water. It was pretty short of a video, as they quite often were back then. I had more storage and battery limitations on my phone back then. Definitely didn't have that many videos going over 20 minutes in the early days. Alright, I do see a trail closed sign. If I kept going north on the Millennium Trail, after a few miles I would get up to the Round Lake area, and that's where the Millennium Trail ends on the north end. I don't know what to make of this. So, trail closed, it still looks kind of open, at least partially. I can see what looks like the old barn up ahead, kind of in that area. We also have a truck over there, unfortunately. Looks like it's part of the Forest Preserve. Okay, that is weird. Google Maps doesn't even show a trail existing this way. Just grass on the Google Maps satellite image. Obviously, those are updated pretty frequently. So this must be part of what I think I remember reading on the sign the last time we were out here, that they are adding new trails. That is interesting. But the main area I want to get to actually is over there, so we might walk a little bit more on the Millennium Trail. I guess we can check out the dock. I wonder if this is new. I believe that everything will be opened fully here by the summer. Yeah, it's very interesting because it says it's blocked off, but it seems kind of open to me. Let's head over to that side real quick. There's definitely some trail expansion here going on, so for sure we will be back when everything is open to walk this area. Alright, continuing north on the Millennium Trail. I'm guessing that trail just goes around to the big barn looking building over there. There's definitely some people over there. We definitely have a path closed barricade up here. This would take us pretty close to the barn, but I don't think they want us down that way, unfortunately. Some of the old building structure and barns are definitely still there. I do see some construction equipment. Don't see the Mastodon. Well, this path actually isn't that much. Why is it closed? It just ends right there by the pond. They are definitely paving everything, but that's funny. Okay. I do like how everything is nice and paved. I'm just not really sure what we can travel to and can't. So I should assume that this path is probably closed as well. Yeah, this is definitely the parking lot that we parked at in the 2016-2017 video. If it wasn't for that one darn truck over there, I might try to go over there. Mastodon was definitely over there somewhere. That may be as close as we're gonna get, because the Millennium Trail is gonna kind of go away from this area pretty soon and keep going north. Yeah, that kind of stinks. Sure, he's hanging out there for a reason, though. Keep adventurers like me away. And really, all I want to do is see if the elephant-looking thing's still there, kind of see if the building's still there. Okay, yep, the Millennium Trail is going to go back over to Fairfield Road here. And, yeah, this is going to go basically to... Oh, yeah, okay, the main entrance. Yeah, so this just takes us right to the main entrance. I don't really know where the Millennium Trail goes from there, if it crosses the street or what. I don't really have that much of that trail memorized. But, yeah, so that's the main entrance. See all the barricades. You definitely are not allowed to go in the main entrance. That is very clear. They're definitely paving it and improving it. It looks nice. Unfortunately, that's about as far as we're going to get today. I mean, it's kind of cool to see that the old barn is still there. I hope they keep it, because, you know, old barns are cool. Alright, one last look at the barn for today. The Mastodon could have been on this side as well. I don't really remember. There was like this little puzzle game that you could play as well. I don't know, there's something interesting over there. Yeah, I'm trying to spot anything I can. There's also something interesting over there. I could always try coming back on a Sunday, but is it really worth it? I don't know. Just wait till it's open. Well, there he goes. I don't know where he's going, but... Yeah, I assumed it's a truck for the Lake County Forest Preserve. Could be security, too. Who knows? I'm really surprised there's any cars here, and there's definitely some people over by that barn. I just assumed that this is going to be basically abandoned property, except for the construction vehicles coming in and out. But there is stuff still going on around here. I had also just assumed that all the administrative stuff that was going on around here moved. Good little walk, though. Great weather. I'm going to even say that it's probably a little warmer than it was yesterday. So I'm walking this quote-unquote closed trail for just a minute here. I don't want to get too close to the barn. There's definitely cars leaving this place. There's like a back entrance, service road, and I think that's where they're going. Utilizing that because the main entrance is closed. I did check out that service road at one point too, and they were also closed at the time, but Definitely cars leaving the property for sure. There's an old house over there. Yeah, I don't really know what that is, to be honest with you. It looks like a mini solar farm. Yeah, I don't remember this building from my last visit. I definitely didn't check that out. And again, there's the old barn. Don't see any Mastodon. I'm guessing it was taken down. Maybe it was moved over to the Dunn Museum. I don't know. I haven't been to the Dunn Museum yet, and that's on me. Yeah, see, now we're getting really close to that service road, so. Not going to be much else for us to explore at this point. Yep, and here comes a bus, interestingly enough. Maybe this is an actual road as well, now that I think about it. That could be just a private property over there. I'm pretty sure that building is connected to the Forest Preserve, and there goes that truck again. Well, while the going is good, we get going. That's my motto. Yeah, I know I'm not a good urbex or suburbex explorer, but I'm working on it. I am going to keep an eye out for possible opening dates, hopefully this summer. But definitely expect a return visit either way this summer. And maybe we'll actually be able to park in the main parking lot. Or this is not a bad walk either, but... As I mentioned before, the Millennium Trail is a pretty massive trail here in Lake County. Best either walked in chunks, like I've been doing, or take your bike out. I will link my 2 previous visits in the description below. Check that out if you want. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you for watching.